All right, friends, we are recording our chair yoga class for all of our friends who couldn't be here live, and also for our friends who are here so you could do it again throughout the week. So I want to start by reading something that the Dalai Lama posted today on the internet that I thought was really beautiful. So I'm going to read it twice. Sometimes I think the first time it doesn't sink in because there's a lot of really good stuff packed in a short paragraph here. We can change our world for the better, not through the use of force, but by developing inner peace. It may feel like a huge task, but peace must be created by humanity, who are a collection of individuals. If one person creates inner peace within themselves and shares it with 10 other people, and each of them does the same, we can imagine influencing all 7 billion human beings. So I'm going to read that one more time. We can change our world for the better, not through the use of force, but by developing inner peace. It may feel like a huge task, but peace must be created by humanity, who are a collection of individuals. If one person creates inner peace within themselves and shares it with 10 other people, and each of them does the same, we can imagine influencing all 7 billion human beings. So it's this idea, and it's a very yogic idea as well. The Dalai Lama is obviously a Buddhist, but it's a yogic principle as well, that we're sort of like a drop in the ocean. So each individual is a drop of the collective ocean, right? So that's the idea of creating inner peace for yourself and having it affect all of humanity. And I also love the idea that it's an inside job, and the way you create change in the world is by starting with yourself and allowing it to influence others around you. And that it's not done by force, right? And we've seen examples of that in the world, you know, Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., and the idea of this kind of peaceful resistance and making change through first cultivating inner peace and then spreading it out into the world. So I just thought that was really beautiful. I wanted to start with that, and then let's come to our comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes or taking a soft gaze. And if those words inspired you or created an intention for your physical practice, allowing that intention to come. And if it didn't, that's fine too. The work we're doing here in our yoga practice is trying to cultivate our own inner peace by moving our bodies, working on our breath, relaxing our minds, quieting our minds. And then the idea is when we step away from our practice, we allow this to permeate our lives and affect others around us. Let's bring our hands to heart center, taking a big full breath in and exhale completely. Big breath in, exhale completely. And one more time, big breath in and exhale completely. And releasing our hands down. When you're ready, let's make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. So without creating tension, feel the length in your spine from the tailbone up to the crown of your head. And we're going to drop our chin towards our chest, and we're going to roll our neck in one direction. So take your time here, working through those kinks, especially if we have arthritis. Really important to start moving the joints nice and slowly. Being sedentary is the worst thing you can do for arthritis, right? So we want to make sure we are moving regularly, even if it's just gently moving the joints every day. We want to make sure working out that tightness and that inflammation. When you're ready, rolling the neck in the other direction. Especially as the weather starts to get cold, you may find the joints feeling really stiff. Okay, this is also true for sciatica, for any kind of back pain. So really important to take your time to move your body every day. And when the chin reaches the chest, let's come back to a nice neutral neck. Relaxing the arms down, let's start to roll the shoulders forward. And by the way, I say this from experience. I may be young comparatively, but I have a lot of arthritis in my back. And I have degenerative disc disease. So I know what it feels like to have those discs dehydrating and pressing on the nerves. We were talking about this before I started recording for those who are joining the video and not sure why I'm talking about this. So I understand that discomfort. You got to make sure you stay moving, but moving smartly. Roll the shoulders back, reversing the movement, right? We don't want to necessarily be doing high impact work that really stresses and taxes the joints, but we do want to make sure we're moving, we're using our muscles, we're stretching, right? Really important. All right, let's shake out those shoulders. Let's bring the arms out in front, roll the wrists a few times. I've been doing some gardening, getting those fall bulbs into the earth. So important to move the wrists because I'm doing a lot of this type of motion, right? And then roll the wrists in the other direction, get those wrists moving. Let's wiggle the fingers, move those fingers. These tend to get very stiff. Spread apart the fingers tight, spread them apart, and then tight fists. Squeeze, squeeze tight, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Spread apart, tight fists, and one more time, spread apart, tight fists, and shake out the arms. Let's bring our arms out to the sides, palms up. We're gonna bend the elbows, touch the fingers to the shoulders, and extend. Good, and touch, and extend. One more time, touch and extend. Arms straight out in front, palms up. We touch and we straighten. Good, we touch and we straighten. One more time, touch and straighten and relax the arms down. Beautiful, upper body nice and warm. Let's do some cat and cow. So press into the feet, sit up really, really tall. We're gonna inhale, roll the shoulders back, gently open the heart. And then we exhale to round the spine, soften into your shoulders and your neck. Let everything be really heavy. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we round. And continue this movement at your pace, moving with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Imagining the breath is moving your body, feeling that spine moving, working to your range of motion. Okay, so working to your end range of motion, but not going beyond. We don't want pain. And after your next exhalation, let's come back to neutral spine. So now we're going to turn this into a flowing wheel. So we're going to add the arms. Inhale, the arms come forward and up, and we take our back bend. And then we exhale, we fold forward, rib cage towards the thighs, the arms sweep down and back. Inhale, brush it up, open the heart. Exhale, folding forward, lengthen through your spine, arms sweep down and back. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. And then coming back up with a nice flat back. Always important to come up with a flat back, never rounding the spine. Let's relax the left arm down, right arm up and over. So pressing into your right hip so you feel the weight evenly distributed in your seat. Pressing into both feet, feeling that opening into the sides of your ribs. And coming back to center, allow that arm to float down. And the other side, inhale, up and over. And you can hold on to the side of the chair if you'd like, or let the other arm release down, whatever feels better for you. Nice full deep breaths here. And coming back to center, allow that arm to float down. Beautiful. Let's take our left arm to our outside of our right leg, and we're going to twist. So bringing the gaze over your left shoulder, you can place the left hand wherever feels good. Nice breath, sit up really, really tall. Feel that rotation around your spine. And coming back to center. And the other side, take your twist. Pressing into both feet, keeping that good posture. And coming back to center. Beautiful. Let's take a nice big breath in. And a full breath out. All right, let's hug our right knee in, give it a squeeze. You can hold onto the back of the thigh or the top of the shin. Doesn't matter how high up the leg comes. And we're gonna roll that ankle, warming up that joint. And then roll the ankle in the other direction. All right, now see if you can keep your hands underneath your thigh, the back of your thigh. You're gonna straighten the leg and then bend the knee. Straighten and bend. One more time, straighten and bend, and then press the foot down. Very good. Other side, let's draw that knee in, give it a hug. We're gonna roll that ankle, warming up the ankle joint. The goal with our warm-ups and reverse the movement is that when we come to standing, everything feels like it's nice and warmed up and we're ready to move, right? And then let that ankle come to some stillness, holding onto the back of the thigh. You can lower your leg a little bit if you'd like. We're gonna straighten it and bend, warming up that leg, straighten and bend. One more time, straighten, bend, and press the foot down. Nicely done. Okay, so we're gonna come into a seated goddess pose. So we're gonna open the knees to the sides. So you wanna make sure that your knee is tracking your ankle, tracking your second toe. So what you don't wanna see is this. Look at me, you don't wanna do that, right? So if that means your stance is a little bit more narrow, that's fine, okay? Or you can open it up. You wanna be getting into these inner thigh muscles in your hips. We're gonna bend our left forearm, rest the arm on the thigh, right arm up and over. And then we're gonna let that arm sweep down towards the floor and then bring it all the way around and up. So try to just let the shoulder blade do the work. Take some nice big circles, keep those knees pressing open. Good, and let's do one more. Keep those knees opening to the sides and then bring that arm up and over one more time. Nice big stretch and then come all the way back up. Other side, bending the right elbow, forearm to thigh, left arm up and over, side body stretch. And then we're gonna rotate the heart slightly down and move that arm in a nice big circle. Moving through space, allow this to be fluid. Keep those knees pressing open. That looks beautiful. Let's do one more just like that. And then when you're ready, that arm's gonna come up and over. Side body stretch, nice big stretch, and then all the way back up to center. Beautiful, everybody. So let's keep this left knee open and come to our side straddle position. Okay, so we're pressing the left foot into the floor and just wiggle that right foot back any amount, okay? Make sure you feel nice and stable here. Feel free to lift one arm, maybe lift both arms, finding a lunge position. Taking some nice big breaths here, keep pressing into your left foot. Relax your shoulders, but keep those arms energized. And then gently release the arms. And let's bring ourselves back to center. Give those legs a little shake. Take a nice big breath. And let's try the other side. So opening the right foot, come to your straddle, and then shimmy that left foot back. Good. Press into your right foot. And then feel free to lift one arm or maybe both, coming into a lunge. Good, find your balance here. So feel that length from your tailbone to your crown of your head. Feel that nice long spine, engage your belly. Breathe here, drop the shoulders down. And let's release those arms. Bring our legs back to the center, give them a little shake. All right, so shimmy yourself forward just a touch in your seat, and we're gonna extend our left leg forward. So make sure you're settled in your seat. You don't want the chair to slip out from behind you. You can bring your hands to the sides of the chair or hands to your thighs, and just take a gentle forward fold. So focus on keeping the length from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and just getting a nice stretch into the back of your leg. Relaxing your shoulders here, relax your jaw. Keep pressing into your right foot to keep you stable and grounded. When you're ready, come on up with a flat back, lengthen, and then rise up. And switching sides. So left leg in, right leg out, holding on anywhere that feels stable, and take a nice forward fold. Lengthening from tailbone to crown. Softening wherever you can relax. And coming on up with a flat back, legs come together, taking a nice big breath in. And exhale completely. Let's relax the arms down to the sides. Let's take a big breath in, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale the hands down to the heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. And one more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. So when you're ready, I'm going to invite you to come on up to standing. Feel free to grab a sip of water if you'd like. So we're going to start when you're ready, no rush, take your time, at the back of our chair in a mountain pose. So feet are underneath the hips. You can gently rest your hands on the chair for support or keep your arms out to the side with the palms facing up. Take a moment here to feel your belly muscles engaging, your shoulders dropping down, and the crown of the head lifting up towards the ceiling. So just feeling your feet pressing into the floor, feel the length in your spine. Taking a few nice deep centering breaths here. And then when you're ready, bringing the hands to the back of the chair, inviting a nice soft bend into your knees, and taking a couple footsteps back, coming into a downward facing dog pose. So letting those hips sink back behind you, relaxing your head down between the arms. Feeling that opposing energy of the arms reaching forward as the hips reach back. And just allowing yourself to settle into this downward facing dog with a couple of nice deep breaths. When you're ready, let's lift the gaze, lift the heart, and we're gonna walk ourselves back up to mountain pose. All right, so we're gonna do a warrior one into a warrior two. So when you're ready, softness in your knees, we're gonna step our right foot back and we're gonna plant that foot on the floor. Drawing the left hip back. So imagine your hips and your shoulders are like taillights of a car. You want to try to square them off. Bending into your left knee. You can lift one arm, maybe both, or maybe keep both hands on the chair. That's entirely up to you. So feeling that lengthening through your spine, the shoulders dropping down, press into your feet. Finding a place to focus your eyes. Now I'm going to reach for the chair with my left hand and I'm going to turn my right foot out, keeping my left foot exactly where it is. Reach that left arm back behind you and you can stay holding, your right arm back behind you. You can stay holding onto the chair with your left hand or reach that arm forward, your choice. Gaze over your left fingertips, warrior two. That's it, bending into that left knee. Beautiful, nice deep breaths here. Feel the strength in your legs, feel your balance. When you're ready, we're gonna reach for the chair with both hands, pivot onto the ball of the right foot. So now we're in a lunge facing the chair. Holding here for a moment, and then with confidence, step that right foot forward. Nicely done. Shake out those legs, take a nice deep breath. All right, let's try the other side. So I'm going to turn just so I'm always facing you, but you can stay right where you are. So when you're ready, a nice soft bend into your knees. We're going to step the left foot back. Good, drawing that right hip back, square out those hips and shoulders, bending into the right knee, lifting one arm or maybe both, warrior one. Excellent, find your balance here. Find your breath. Feel the earth beneath you, the sky above you. So we're going to reach for the chair with the right hand, turn that left foot out, keep the right foot where it is. That's it. Reach that left arm back behind you. Gaze over your right shoulder. You can stay holding onto the chair or release it. Warrior two. Pressing into those feet. Keeping that right knee pressing open. We're gonna reach for the chair with both hands. Come onto the ball of the back foot. So now we're in a lunge position. Hold here for a moment, press into that right foot, step it forward. Excellent, shake out the legs. Nice work, friends. Let's do a little side to side, empty coat sleeves. Take some nice big breaths. And then start to slow that down. And coming back to center. Really nice work. Get a sip of water if you need it. We're gonna do some balance work. So I'm gonna start with my left side at the chair, at the side of the chair, okay? And I'm pressing into my left foot. Now try to keep this left hip from doing this. It's gonna wanna do this, right? Try to keep everything nice and tight and centered as we come into our tree pose. So you can place this foot above or below the knee, whatever feels good. You can also keep the foot on the floor, little toes on the floor, and find your balance. Maybe lift that right arm up if that's available. You can tap on and off the chair if you'd like, hands to the heart. Cactus arms, feel free to play, be creative. And stepping out. Let's lift that arm up again. So I'm lifting my right arm and then lean towards your chair. So just leaning in towards the chair. There we go. Press into your feet. And then coming back to center and allow that arm to float down. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale completely. Let's try the other side. So now I have my right side at the chair, okay? Pressing in, so just do the other, just do the other side of what you just did. So coming into tree pose, we're all on different sides, that's okay. So just do the other side. Good, find your balance, find your breath. And then stepping out, we're gonna sweep that arm up, left arm up, and then leaning towards the chair. There we go. Nice side body opening here, a little bit deeper than we did while we were seated, because now we're standing and we're nice and warmed up. And then coming back up to center. Excellent job. Take a big breath in and exhale completely. All right, so I'm gonna take my left leg and I'm gonna step it across my right. If this is not available to you, you can step your left leg directly in front of your right, heel to toe, or you can have a space between your feet, okay? So choosing where you wanna be with this. Now maybe you wanna stay right here and practice tapping on and off the chair perhaps, or pressing the feet into the floor. If you feel balanced here, we can bend the elbows. Your right arm comes in front of your left. And find eagle. That is an option, okay? Only if that feels available to you. Keep pressing into your feet. Find your balance. And when you're ready, let's release the arms and step it out. Take a breath. All right, other side. So the right foot can step in front, heel to toe, or step it across. And this is a very challenging balance in and of itself. So if you want to stay right here and just tap on and off the chair, perhaps, feel free. If you want to add the arms, bending the elbows, left arm comes in front of your right, wrapping the arms. Your choice, right? This is your practice. So you want to feel safe but challenged for you. Nice deep breaths. And let's release those arms and step it out. Good. Take a nice big breath in and a full breath out. All right, turning to face the chair again. We're going to invite a softness in our knees, and we're going to step our left foot back, and we're going to plant that foot. It's a nice soft bend into our right knee. It doesn't have to be a big bend. Left hand to the back of the chair, we're going to bring that right arm back. And we're going to bring our gaze towards our right fingertips. So try to keep the arm straight out from the shoulder. That's it. Nice adjustment. Keep the gaze towards the fingers. Nice deep breaths. And coming back to center. Stepping the left foot forward, right foot back. Reaching that left arm forward and opening up, find your twist. Gaze towards your left fingertips. There we go. So reach that arm behind you. There it is. Good. Press into your feet. And bringing it back to center and step it forward. Excellent. Let's come into our second down dog. So taking a couple footsteps back and letting those hips sink back. A nice opportunity to notice changes in the body during your practice. Any differences from your first down dog to this down dog. Nice, deep, full breaths. Inhaling fully and exhale completely. So when you're ready, let's lift the gaze, lift the heart, take a couple little mini steps forward. So we're still in a little bit of a forward fold. And I'm going to point these left toes back. We're going to come into a warrior three. So you can maybe tap the foot on and off the floor. Maybe you want to lift and hold. Maybe you want to let the chest come forward and lift that leg back. Just sort of playing with your warrior three. Keeping that left hip pointing down towards the floor. You're going to start feeling this in your right leg. We're really working those leg muscles. All right, so stay with the breath. Let's hold for about 3 nice deep breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Pressing that left foot into the floor next to the right. Now we're going to point the right toes back. Right hip aiming down, lifting up, find your balance. You're doing great. Staying here for 1, 2, and 3. And pressing the right foot into the floor next to the left. And we're going to find a downward facing dog again, stretching out the backs of those legs. Shake out your head a little bit here, maybe move your shoulders, maybe sway your hips a little bit from side to side. Let your breath be big and full and complete. Lifting the gaze, lifting the heart. Walking yourself back to center, coming into mountain pose. Feeling the length in your spine, grounding into the floor, lifting up through the crown of the head. Breathing into your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Exhaling from your chest, your rib cage, your belly. So I'm going to invite you to come to a seated position when you're ready. Get some water if you'd like. All right, starting with the feet on the floor, hands to the thighs. We're going to come into some barrel rolls. So drawing that circle with the heart around the tailbone. Inhaling as we come back, exhaling as we come forward. And then when you're ready, let's reverse. So rolling those barrel rolls in the other direction. And the next time you come forward, making your way back to center and taking a breath. Let's bring our hands together and reach the arms out in front. So we're going to take an inhale. Our right hand is going to brush along our left arm and come to our heart, and then reach that elbow back behind, bringing the gaze over the shoulder. And then allow that hand to brush the left arm as we come back to center. Switching sides, brushing with the hand to heart, draw that elbow back. And then letting the hand brush the arm and coming back to center. Let's add the breath. Inhale, we pull back. Exhale, we come forward. Inhale, pulling back, take a twist. Exhale, we come forward. One more each side. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, bring it forward. And inhale, draw it back. Exhale, bring it forward. And relax the arms down. Let's drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Trying to relax your right shoulder down. And then right ear to right shoulder, relaxing the left shoulder down. Coming back to center, chin to chest. And chin up to the sky. And coming back to neutral. Let's cross our left ankle over our right knee. And we can stay sitting upright if this is enough of a stretch, or we can take a little forward fold. If the hips are super tight, you can cross at the ankles and forward fold in that way as well, if that would feel better for you. Just taking some nice deep breaths wherever you are with this stretch. And coming back to center. And let's switch legs, pressing the left foot, crossing the right ankle, and then staying in an upright position or taking your forward fold. And coming back up to center and release. So I invite you to take a moment, take any final stretches or movements you feel like your body needs to finish up your practice. If there's any other way you'd like to move, feel free to do that. Grab some water if you need it. And then take your time to settle into a comfortable position in your seat. You can also lie down if you'd like, if you're near a chair or couch or something. And just closing your eyes here for a moment and taking a couple nice deep breaths. Noticing how your body feels after your asana practice. Asana translates into comfortable, steady position, the balance between ease and effort, safe but challenged. Noticing how the body feels, noticing the quality of your breathing, noticing the thoughts in the mind as they come and go without judging them or getting attached to them, just observing. We can change our world for the better, not through the use of force, but by developing inner peace. It may feel like a huge task, but peace must be created by humanity, who are a collection of individuals. If one person creates inner peace within themselves and shares it with 10 other people, and each of them does the same, we can imagine influencing all 7 billion human beings.
Allowing the breath to start to deepen. Bringing yourself back to your body. Taking any movements that would serve you in this moment. And bringing our hands to our hearts. May this practice help us cultivate inner peace. And may we share that peace with all those we come in contact with all of humanity, with all living things. Thank you for sharing your presence and your practice. The light in me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Have a great day. And I'm going to stop the recording.